Welcome to the Wealthy Wednesday show. I'm Lucy McMonagle. I am the host, and I am on a movement to create this world a better place. If you are listening to this, please make sure that you share this episode with your friends, your family, and your tribe, because together as a collaborative, we can all do our part to create conscious wealth, create conscious communities, and to make this world a better place. Stay tuned for our next featured guest. Welcome to another edition of the Wealthy Wednesday show. This is your host, Lucy McMonagle. And today I'm really excited because we have Dr. Shirli Regev and Dr. Gil Tivon, who are the CEOs of Life Wisdom Kabbalah, Spiritual and Metaphysical Center for Studies. They do consultations, they do life coaching, they have therapies for couples, and they also have books, and they're authors for the spiritual seekers, the empowerments, and the self-helps. I want to welcome you to the Wealthy Wednesday show.
Thank you. Thank you for hosting us. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. So I'm really excited that you have the Life's Wisdom Kabbalah Center, and you help individuals that are spiritual seekers. You help them with empowerment and self-help. Can you tell us a little bit on how did you get started, and can you tell us about how you help individuals?
Well, I'll say it in a short way, my way, with Dr. Gil and my wife, Dr. Shirli. We started many years ago, over 20 years ago, as counselors, as coaches, as lecturers. We give workshops overseas, worldwide, also in the States, also in Europe. And through this, we've written a few books that have taken to the public, which talk about counseling, holistic view of life, perspective, empowering people, soul-seeking, as well as the Kabbalistic aspects. And of course, there is no way of giving over if you don't have an input into yourself. So we ourselves are students of life. We sit and we study and we learn. And through all the clients, through all the students that we had over the ages, we have read and acquired different skills, tools, and knowledge, which we believe we can see that the public worldwide actually needs.
For me personally, it started with a personal journey of I was doing Olympic sports, and that was my path, being a champion internationally. And sometimes you plan and God left, and the plan's not really going according to your plan. And you try very best to plan, you're not allowed to fail. And sometimes you realize you did everything possible. Maybe you didn't fail, but you didn't achieve your plan. And it came with a lot of frustration. I was also sick with mononucleosis, which is the yuppie family sickness. It's a virus that take away your ability to really come to extreme your physical competitions and levels. And I got a hit, as we say, from life. Things didn't really work out the way I wanted, as I thought they will when I was 20. And I had some questions to the universe, God, why things happen the way they are. I was upset, I was confused, and I had to readjust my life again. So it started with a personal journey, trying to find my way. And I realized I'm this student of life, and every day and every year, there's different junction of life, different struggles, different challenges. And my goal was really to learn how to handle and manage life to the best I can. And then come motherhood and marriage and relationships. So challenges always arise, and I'm a good student. And I found it that I'm very good about it. So the passion never stopped. The questions always arise. And then our duty is to keep looking for those answers. There's no one answer. It has to be holistic and individual. There's no one person as the other. And this is how I started, and I continue. I am obligated and committed to this journey of life, God, and others.
Wow, Shirley, that really, you had your life all planned out, and yet you had different things show up in your life that took you what you would quote unquote consider off track, but you were brought to the situation where you're at now, where you have this incredible center, you're helping individuals, etc. Can you tell us a little bit on how can the individuals that are listening to the show who may have had their life planned out that, things get off track or off center, how do you handle that?
The first thing to understand is, the difference between life happens to us and life happens for us.
Yes.
The sentences of saying, hey, you have to take it as opportunity, we grow from challenges. I grew up with the mindset saying it's all in your head. If you decide to do it, you do it. The sports and Olympic sports is not a journey of spiritual journey. It's really about based on results. Mm-hmm. There is a spiritual journey once you're in that path. However, not many take it. I remember driving the car after deciding this is done for me, and I'm wondering, what should I do now? What is my journey supposed to look like now? I lost my journey. I stopped my career. I stopped competing in sports. My body is not the way it used to be. And I was very confused. Where do I start? Who am I today? Because I built all my career, all my identity according to the path I was stepping, which is this, sports, Olympic sports, being a champion, being coach. And I realized there's two things going on there. There is the spiritual level, there's the emotional level, there's the physical level. Because I was struggling with my body. I wanted to compete, and the body said no. And I started questioning myself, why it happened to me. And then I realized, keep questioning myself about why it happened to me doesn't really move me forward. And I tried it for a long time. I realized I have to transform the situation and take these challenges into strength. Meaning to understand this is what it is, and I can't do anything about it right now. What can I do from this point and on? And I readjust my thoughts and I readjust my feelings according to the way I interpreted my thoughts. And I start doing one step at a time. Instead of planning my life and planning my year and the next competition, I plan my next day. I start listening to my heart. Where is it expanding? Where do I feel good? Who are the people that really support me? Or who are the people that really love me through me? They love only themselves through me. And I start to readjust and focus on the things that really matter to me, not to the society, not to other people, to me, because I realize if I'm not going to take care of myself, nobody else will. Sometimes people that you love so much and they love you want you the way you used to be. They want you the way they think is good for you because they know only this point in you. So it's really time not to stop the car and not driving anymore, not living life. It's the opposite. It's living life with a different mindset. Living life from the point of view that you are life and life source starting with you and what you create. I didn't look for my life purpose. I created it. And that's I think the misconception of society that they're looking for the life purpose. What do you want to create out of life? What is the thing that talks to you, that expands your heart, that you're passionate about, that makes you feel you want to wake up in the morning? And this is where you put spirituality in. Dr. Gil, if you want to add.
Exactly. Yes.
Short, and that is that this question is addressed to the entire humanity, which is we all are reincarnated many times. The question is, what did we come to this world for? Making money is great, but it's a currency which belongs to the body, the five senses. And it's a means to an end, it's not the end. The end, which combines all of us, is spirituality. When you create a diamond, and I used to work as an engineer in my first degree in Therapies, which is a diamond place in South Africa, you implant, you see the coals very deep into the ground, coals, and under great deal of pressure. Under great deal of pressure, you create diamonds. When you put a person under a great deal of pressure from all aspects of life, whether it's financial, whether it is emotional or in relationships, dealing with life, person has to become slowly and surely into a seeker, to look for greater answers, to look for new minds, look for creative answers, to become from somebody who's subjugated to his inclinations, to his old bad habits, into somebody new who tries something else, tries a new avenue. And slowly but surely, all of us are walking towards this direction, which is the direction of spirituality.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And can you talk a little bit about, karma. There's a lot of talk about people who are clearing karma, things that are showing up. What is your take as spiritual and mystical individuals on karma?
Well, karma is that, people write a lot about the law of attraction.
Mm-hmm.
And I think to understand karma is to understand life. And to understand action is what motivates us. It's the engine that makes us decide and choose, and what's really a choice. So in the journey of growing and evolving to a better spiritual being for ourselves, karma, the way I explain it, the way we explain it, is the way you are addressing and connecting to your inner self, and approach the world. Meaning, sometimes people come to us and they say in their mind, they know with their knowledge, what's the right thing to do? What's the right thing to be? What's the right way to react? However, when it comes to their actions, they're not able to apply what they know. There's a difference between knowing and knowledge. Knowledge is what I gain through study, through reading, through my process of being a student of life. But knowing is the ability to apply it to life. Knowing is become one with what you know and your spiritual being. Karma works in such a way that once you know and you're able to apply what you know, meaning being knowing, if you attract to your life the right people, the right circumstances, the right positions and opportunity, and it's yours to take them. So this is how I explain karma, and maybe Dr. Gil can explain it a different way.
The book, The Secret, which speaks about the law of attraction, forgets one thing, knows a little something that we know, and that is that you cannot take out of the equation that the many people, more seriously and exactly 85% of all humanity, out of 7 billion people, go to sleep hungry. All of them go to work, all of them have dreams, all of them want to succeed, all of them want to accomplish, and yet most of them don't achieve and don't accomplish. How come? Didn't learn about the law of attraction? The answer is they have and they've applied it, but it's not enough. There is a trinity over here. There is a triangle. It's not just me in front of the world. It's not just me in relationship with the law of attraction. It's me versus God. And if I take responsibility, if I create a dialogue, receive also, and I involve him, I make him a partnership with my life, then the law of attraction will work. Then karma will work, which means that one of the major keys for life is that whatever, like Dr. Shirli said, apply into your life, whatever you think, you meditate, you will, you wish, you want, you desire to bring it to your life, and you accomplish by actions, you will draw it into your life. But you have to be persistent, consistent, passionate, and ambitious about it to accomplish your dreams. There's no second chance to live our dreams. According to Kabbalah, we know that this is the last reincarnation for most of us. Humanity is going through almost everything. Now is the time to envision and to bring out your uniqueness, your being specific and special. What is special about it, you can bring into life, go for it, live your dreams and do it.
Wow, that's really, really in depth. And yet it's so easy to understand that we are able to start creating our life purpose. We're able to move through the karma by understanding and be able to really help individuals to be a service to people, but to be receiving service from people. Can you tell us a little bit on how can individuals get a hold of you, and what is your website?
Our website is liveswisdom.net. Anyone can go and see what we're doing. Leave his details, our phone numbers are there. All the details are in the website, liveswisdom.net, simply to understand and to explore.
So that's lifeswisdom.net, lifeswisdom.net.
Correct.
Plus, you can always go into our Facebook, into our Instagram, as well as a special site, which we have a website, which is www.shirli, Shirli, Gil, shirli.com, which explains and explores our books. You can read lots about our thinking, our way of explaining and perspective about life. You can really join the journey together with us along this wonderful passport life.
Fabulous. Well, I want to thank you too for being on the Wealthy Wednesday show and for bringing the wisdom into the world so the individuals are able to be empowered, so they can have spiritual experiences, so that they can fulfill their spiritual awakening in this lifetime. So thank you for being a guest on the Wealthy Wednesday show.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Lucy, for hosting us.
Absolutely. So I want to thank my audience for listening to another edition of the Wealthy Wednesday show. It's because of you that I continue to have this show. We already celebrated 3 years back in March, and we're going extremely strong. If you would like to be a guest on my show, please get a hold of me. You can go to my website at lucymcmonagle.com, and that's LucyMcMonagle. And you can also find me on social medias. So if you're listening to this on YouTube, please make sure you subscribe. And I will see you next week. Abundant blessings. Are you ready to change your money flow? Would you like to get beyond the 6 figures that you keep bumping up against? Well, let me tell you, my book, Magical Money Manifestations, is going to help you create money manifestations on autopilot so that you will have more money, more freedom, and more joy in your life. Go to magicalmoneymanifestations.com to find out more information. Thank you for listening to another edition of the Wealthy Wednesday show. I'm your host, Lucy McMonagle. And I'd really appreciate it if you would share this with your friends, your family, your tribe, and let other people know that the Wealthy Wednesday show is creating a movement to make this world a better place. And we rely on you to get the word out so that we can create mass influence. So until next time, abundant blessings.